It's clear that BlackRock has put all of its money into Bitcoin and Ethereum. But what about XRP? A lot of people have been wondering for a long time, does BlackRock have some kind of secret use case for XRP? What is BlackRock going to do with XRP? Are they likely to use XRP? Do they have a link to Ripple or something else? And by the end of this movie, you'll see what the real plan is for a possible BlackRock and Ripple use case. I believe we are getting a few hints, but I'd like to go into more detail and draw your attention to a few links. Now that's over. Welcome back to it, everyone. My name is Nick. You should subscribe if you're new to the channel and want to see more videos like this one. You should also follow me on all of my social media accounts. If you haven't already, I'll be posting a lot more content, so I want you to see it. Also join the free Discord group with more than 6,000 other people, the place where you can find a huge amount of free guides, market methods, and other stuff. Now that you know that XRP or RizXRP wrote a great story that put all crypto on the same level, pitting Ripple against the SEC. Now pay close attention. This is BlackRock's Robert Mitchnick, who is in charge of digital assets. Pay close attention to what he says. So let's talk a bit about Ethereum vs. Bitcoin in terms of how they are regulated, right? And by the way, Rob, if you think about it, has the SEC been that harsh on the crypto world? The same thing. I mean, a lot of people are to blame. I guess I understand why people are suing the exchanges, but 2 big spot ETFs have been released under this administration. With all the governmental uncertainty, how far can you go down the road? Also, there's a lot of it. Okay, in any case, I believe it is very good for buyers in the markets. What's going on with these ETFs? Many investors have wanted access to these assets and have been excited about the chance to hold them through an ETF. They've put these assets in a regulated setting and put them in these wrappers. A huge number of our clients clearly want to be able to access the top crypto assets in an exchange-traded wrapper. From that point of view, it's been a great year. You brought up the fact that Bitcoin and Ether ETFs were launched while Gary Gensler was chair of the SEC. But there has been a lot of talk lately about how much better the Trump government would be for crypto. The crypto business is making noise about that, for sure. If Trump were president, what would be different from a Biden or Harris presidency? Okay, I think the most important changes we've seen are, over the course of 2024, there has been a clear rise in respect from a congressional point of view, that there needs to be successful regulation in this area, regulation that encourages new ideas and keeps investors safe. And that has been true for both parties. That's probably the most interesting thing. We've seen this idea becoming supported by both parties. Rob, just how interested are big businesses in blockchain goods that aren't ETFs? I love what he says there, don't you? He doesn't say any names, since it's clear they can't. Just take a moment to hear what he's saying. It's clear that they want to invest in Bitcoin and Ether. They are also interested in some of these other uses for technology, especially when it comes to tokenization. In these other tech uses, especially when it comes to tokenization. Oh, okay, that's interesting. This is the Digital Asset Conference 2024. It was 3 months ago. Most of the attention was on how BlackRock and Barclays used JP Morgan's blockchain in a big security deal. I think it happened around May. The CEO of BlackRock says he thinks Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies will be a way for people to get better investments. Euroclear, a major European clearinghouse, releases the 106 million euro tokenized digital Eurobond, which is the first of its kind. JP Morgan says that its digital coin was used in $1 billion worth of deals every day. For the first time in almost 2 years, the crypto market cap is getting close to $1.50 trillion. More people are interested in CME Bitcoin futures than in Binance, making it the #1 market for the first time in 2 years. UBS now lets rich clients in Hong Kong trade crypto ETFs. Nomura, a big Japanese bank, starts an ETH fund. BlackRock puts in for an Ethereum spot ETF. HSBC is letting institutional buyers know about its custody services for digital assets. The UK makes plans to use stablecoins in the real world. HSBC starts letting people own real gold with tokens. The 4th biggest bank in Thailand gets a 103 million baht stake in a cryptocurrency exchange. Hong Kong is now part of Standard Chartered's Zodiac control. Wisdom Tree says it wants to add more digital funds to an app that uses blockchain. Euroclear is the first place where the World Bank has issued a digital bond. Standard Chartered is going to put $100 million into crypto startups. So it looks like it's all about law and its tokenization. But why was Brad Garlinghouse the summit speaker? I mean, this is where they mostly talked about tokenization, Bitcoin ETFs, and then rules. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Also, let's go back a little to January. That's when Larry Fink was on Fox, and he talked about the XRP ETF. I think, I'm sorry, but I can't answer that. Okay, let's listen. Adding a Bitcoin ETF is an example of how we're making it safer and more legitimate. So let me ask you, are you going to do another ETF? What about an XRP ETF? I know you have ETH somewhere. What about XRP? Could you answer that? I can't. You don't want me to. Sure, I am unable to do so. He can do it. Why? They should talk about an XRP ETF, but they can't. Do they have a plan for it, or do they have something else in mind for XRP? What the heck is going on? But then Brad Garlinghouse talked about an XRP ETF at Davos. There were a few interesting things in that statement after the Bitcoin ETF was accepted. One, and I'm paraphrasing, was Gary Gensler saying, don't think we're going to let a bunch of other crypto assets in just because we let the Bitcoin ETF in. The second interesting thing was that the price of Ether went through the roof right away because people thought there might soon be an ETH ETF. How likely is that to happen? It seems certain to me. Is it? I don't. I'm not going to say when it will happen, but I'm sure there will be more ETFs. One with XRP. Without a doubt, there will be more ETFs. But one with XRP, I enjoyed this game a great deal. Take a look at me. He also can't talk about an XRP ETF, right? Oh, okay. Then it was said that he was positive about it more recently. Okay, now let's go back to what Robert Mitchnick said, since they can't talk about an XRP ETF. What is the point of this? Now pay close attention to what he says again. Not only are they interested in Ether, but also in some of these other users for technology, especially when it comes to tokenization. The focus is on tokenization. Okay, here on May 29th, Ripple released the XRP Ledger's building blocks for enterprise DeFi. This is a big deal because I'm now focusing on institutional DeFi because it will really change everything about banking as we know it. It will also be open to tokenization. For more than 10 years, the XRP Ledger has been the safest and most reliable way to tokenize and move value. People believe it more than any other in the space. And tokenization is the only thing that institutional DeFi is really interested in. The most important thing to really kind of deal with when it comes to institutional DeFi is tokenization. There are now a lot of the important things on the XRP Ledger that it needs for institutional DeFi to happen and for it to really grow quickly. But we know this has been their goal for a while because Ripple's website lists an open job. You remember what this job is called, right? Senior Manager of Business Development for Institutional DeFi. There is more to it than institutional DeFi. Tokenized cash assets are the only thing that matters here. As part of this goal, Ripplex is putting more and more money into institutional DeFi. This is the use of blockchain technologies and protocols to turn financial assets into tokens while also making sure they follow the right rules for regulation and compliance. Institutional DeFi is about to be widely used in the financial services industry, and Ripple is working with businesses and institutions to create solutions and use cases that make the most of the XRP system and Us XRP. So if BlackRock and Ripple both couldn't say much about an XRP ETF, does this mean that the XRP Ledger could be useful in this situation? For tokenization services with BlackRock, since we now know that a lot of their clients are interested in tokenization outside of ETFs, well, Ripple is the first project that comes to mind when I think about institutional DeFi and more especially institutional tokenization. They've been going all in on tokenization even more lately. On August 1st, we got the T-bills that had been tokenized. A huge change. In fact, this is a big sign that people trust the XRP system. There's even a quote below that says institutions are looking for more places to tokenize their real-world assets. The addition of T-bills to the XRP Ledger, which is driven by open need, will also help strengthen the decentralized Layer 1 blockchain. Once more, this gives businesses even more faith in the XRP Ledger. They are now working together with Archix to add tokenized real-world assets to the XRP system. A huge change, plus a lot more, right? Onyx, Archix, and Axler. Singapore has news about Ripple's upcoming stablecoin launch, and Monica Long, president of Ripple, says that putting our stablecoin on the XRP Ledger and Ethereum will be a key way to open up new opportunities for institutional and DeFi use cases in a number of ecosystems. The bill